Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'll be going over the ICT Silver Bullet. The ICT Silver Bullet is simply a 1 hour period of time whereby a fair value gap will form, and we will look to enter in that fair value gap to allow us to see a continuation of the price move we are expecting to see towards an opposing buy side or sell side liquidity pool. Now there are 3 silver bullets that form every single day. The first one is the London Open Silver Bullet. This occurs from 3 to 4 AM Eastern Standard Time. And the second one is the New York AM Session Silver Bullet. This occurs from 10 to 11 AM Eastern Standard Time. The third one is the New York PM Session Silver Bullet, and this occurs from 2 to 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. Now it's very important that you guys set your time on TradingView to UTC -5 New York local time, as this will be very crucial for you understanding the time windows that you need to be sat in front of your charts every single day to play this strategy out. Now I'm going to go over to the side and show you exactly what I mean. So let's say this is a buy side liquidity pool we're looking to target from the time window of 10 AM to 11 AM Eastern Standard Time. We can only take our entry between these two time periods, 10 AM to 11 AM Eastern Standard Time. We cannot enter before or after. This is where we will take our entry. So if we're now in the time window and we see price moving, right, we get now a displacement to the upside and there's a fair value gap. We'll look to enter off of that fair value gap and then target the buy side liquidity above this high. That is in simple terms what this strategy is. And I'll now go over a few examples to show you what this looks like in real life. Alright guys, I'll firstly be going over the New York AM Session Silver Bullet, which is from 10 AM Eastern Standard Time to 11 AM Eastern Standard Time. So as you guys can see, I've marked out my buy side liquidity pool above these highs over here and these relatively equal highs over here. So, and I've also marked out the 10 AM to 11 AM slot window, which I will be looking for my silver bullet. So now I'm going to let price run and I'm going to look for a fair value gap to enter off of to help me target those two levels I just showed earlier. So we've taken this one already, but what do you see here? We have a fair value gap. We can use that to target this one above here. So we can enter off of this fair value gap, entry at the top of the fair value gap, and then we'll place our stop loss right below candle number 1 of this fair value gap. Candle number 1, candle number 2, and candle number 3. Place it just below candle number 1, like that. And then we'll look to target the buy side up here for a nice 1 to 2 risk reward. So let's see how this plays out. And there you have it. Take profit here, and that's what an ICT AM Session Silver Bullet would look like. Now guys, it's very important that you know that this is a time-based trading model, meaning you can only trade it between these time windows, 10 to 11 AM Eastern Standard Time, 3 to 4 AM Eastern Standard Time, and 2 to 3 PM Eastern Standard Time. Also guys, notice how we have a very large fair value gap candle here. So if you guys want to increase your risk to reward, you can enter off of the midpoint of this fair value gap, which is also a consequent encroachment. It will increase your risk to reward. However, you do risk not getting filled in. So that's just a little tip for you guys if you want to increase your risk to reward, which will then almost double your risk to reward to now a 1 to 4. Now guys, before we continue on with the video, I really quickly want to talk about my private mentorship. Now, if you've made it this far into the video, you are definitely a serious trader, and I'm sure you really want to look to improve your trading skills. So when you join this mentorship, you will learn exact model that I have taught to members, helping them all get 6 figures plus in funding and make 10k plus a month from trading consistently and quit their jobs for good. The mentorship will also include weekly trade breakdowns every Sunday at 7 PM GMT, where I'll host a Zoom call for all members, going over all the major forex pairs, indices, commodities. All calls are recorded. All of my trade ideas will be sent to the group live. Every trade that I take will be sent in real time. There's also a Discord community with 24/7 support. a bunch of trading psychology help and how to be a part of the 10% of traders that win consistently. So now if this sounds of interest to you, then I highly suggest you click the first link in the description. It's lifetime access for one-time payment only. It's currently on offer. It was previously $249.99. It's now $149.99 for a limited time only. Prices will soon be going back up, so I highly suggest you click the first link right away and join right now and take that first step towards financial independence. Now we'll be going over our second example. This time I'll be showing you the London Open Silver Bullet. So here I have my time window marked out, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a chart of S&P on the 1 minute. So this is what we have. We have this range low, this range high, and 50% is here. And we'll be looking to target these lows here after taking the buy side liquidity from these relatively equal highs here. So we'll look for a displacement and then a fair value gap to enter off to try to target these lows here. So let's now watch price action live. Okay, there you go. So right at 3 a.m. we get a nice displacement candle here, framing our market structure shift on this low swing low right there. So that's our market structure shift. Now that we have our market structure shift here, we're going to wait for this fair value gap to fully form. And there you go. See that 3 candle pattern? 1, 2, 3. And then there's that gap in between that. So now we have our fair value gap. This is our silver bullet. So now we will enter at the bottom of the fair value gap and place our stop loss above the high. And we'll look to target these lows, which are in a discount relative to this high and that low. So we have a 1 to 6.33. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, we get filled there. Hold it, and there you have it. Take profit hit just like that. Alright guys, now we'll be going over our final example, and this time it will be the PM session silver bullet from 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm now on the chart of NASDAQ on the 1 minute, and let's go through it. So these two are relatively equal lows. We'll look for that to get targeted first and hit before we then look to see a reversal to attack these relatively equal highs here. These are relatively equal highs in the form of buy side liquidity. We'll look for that to get targeted. And this is sell side liquidity. So now we're going to wait for the market to trade below these relatively equal lows and see if we get some sort of displacement to the upside, which we can then enter off a fair value gap and then target the opposing buy side liquidity. So let's play it out. Okay, right there, we're now in the time window. We've now hit it, but we don't have any displacement yet, so we can't enter now. So as you guys can see, we have a swing high form there. And once we get that market structure shift, we're in the time window, remember? This is the silver bullet time window. There's our market structure shift. And there's your fair value gap. That's your silver bullet for the PM session. Enter there. Stop loss below candle number 1. And then, as I said, we'll look to target the opposing buy side liquidity, just right there, for a nice 1 to 8 risk to reward. Now let's let this play out and be patient. Let the trade play out. You can hold it after, but your entry must be in the time window. And there you have it. The buy side has been tagged and take profit has also been hit. So hopefully you guys now understand the ICT Silver Bullet strategy in great detail now. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you again in the next video.